Hey everyone! Welcome back to Speak English Podcast. I'm David, and I'm here today with someone who always makes learning English more fun. My amazing co-host, Sarah.
Thank you, David, and hello to all our listeners and viewers. It's always great to be here with you, ready to help you speak English with more confidence and less pressure.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever had all the words in your head, but when it's time to speak English, your mind just goes blank? You're not alone. We've been there too.
That moment when you freeze, hesitate, or overthink every word, it's frustrating. But the good news is, there's a way to break free from that mental block, and we'll show you how.
In this episode, we'll share a technique that helps you stop overthinking and start speaking. It's simple, powerful, and something you can start using today.
And trust me, once you try it, you'll feel the difference. You'll speak more freely, more naturally, and with way less stress. This might be the turning point in your journey.
But before we jump in, if you enjoy learning like this, with real conversations, practical tips, and no judgment, hit the like button and subscribe. This channel is for you.
All right, let's dive in. Get comfortable, stay curious, and get ready to unlock your voice in English, starting right now.
One of the biggest reasons people struggle to speak English is because they try to think of the perfect sentence before saying anything. They want it to be grammatically correct, have the right vocabulary, and sound natural all at once. And that pressure creates a mental block.
That's why the technique we're talking about today is called Speak First, Fix Later. Instead of waiting to say the perfect sentence, you speak with what you have right now. You let your ideas come out, even if they're a bit messy. It's about building fluency through flow, not perfection.
The goal is to break the habit of overthinking. When you allow yourself to speak without judging every word, you create space for confidence. Over time, your brain gets used to expressing ideas in English without pausing every 2 seconds to analyze if everything is right.
Many learners think they need to think more to speak better, but actually, they need to speak more to think better in English. This technique helps your brain form direct connections between your thoughts and your words, making the speaking process feel more automatic and natural.
It's important to remember that this is not about speaking fast or ignoring grammar forever. It's about building a habit of communication first. You can always improve grammar and vocabulary later, but if you never speak, you'll never develop the confidence to grow in real conversations.
And when you use this method, you also reduce anxiety. You're no longer trying to say the perfect thing. Instead, you're focusing on sharing your message. That mindset shift can make a huge difference in how relaxed and fluent you sound when speaking.
The technique works because it teaches your brain to stop searching for perfect words and start producing real communication. Even if you make mistakes, you're learning by doing. Every sentence spoken is a step forward in fluency and self-trust.
Most importantly, it gives you momentum. The hardest part is starting, but once you begin speaking, the fear and hesitation start to fade. You build rhythm, and rhythm builds fluency. And that's exactly what we want for every learner listening right now.
Let's imagine you're trying to describe a situation like what you did yesterday. Normally, your brain might freeze because you're trying to form a perfect sentence. But with this technique, you start speaking immediately with what you know, without worrying about perfection.
So instead of stopping yourself to find the exact word, you might say something like, yesterday, I go. Park, walk, dog. It's not grammatically correct, but it communicates the idea. And that's the point. You're speaking, not freezing, and your message is being shared.
Then, after speaking, you reflect and try again with a small improvement. You could say, yesterday, I went to the park and walked my dog. Now it sounds much better. You're building your sentence in layers, starting messy, then refining it over time with practice.
You're training your brain to keep the flow going. The first version may not be perfect, but you didn't stop yourself. And that's powerful. The more you do this, the faster your brain finds better ways to express the same idea, and the more natural your English becomes.
Another example, let's say you want to talk about your favorite food. You might first say, pizza, I like very much, eat every week. Again, it's not perfect, but it's real communication. You're speaking, your listener understands, and you feel more confident to continue.
With time, that same idea becomes, I love pizza. I eat it every week because it's my favorite food. But you only got there because you allowed yourself to start with an imperfect version. That's the beauty of this technique. You learn and improve by doing, not by waiting.
The important thing is that you're not stuck. You're not waiting, thinking, or judging every word. You're in motion, and motion creates learning. That movement, from broken speech to full sentences, is how fluency grows naturally, one step at a time.
Don't be afraid of sounding simple or making mistakes. That's part of the learning process. Every native speaker was once a beginner too. What matters is that you speak, get your message across, and slowly shape your English into something smoother and more confident.
One of the most powerful benefits of this technique is that it builds your confidence every time you use it. You stop waiting to be perfect and start using what you already know, which instantly makes you feel more capable, less afraid, and more in control of your English journey.
When you speak without fear of making mistakes, your mind feels free. You're not stuck in your head, constantly editing every sentence. Instead, you're focused on the message, the connection, and the moment. That freedom transforms how natural and confident your English sounds.
Another major benefit is speed. The more you practice speaking freely, the faster your brain learns to choose the right words without hesitation. You create new pathways in your brain, which help you think in English faster, speak more smoothly, and respond more confidently.
It also reduces mental fatigue. Overthinking drains your energy, especially during conversations. But when you trust yourself to speak without constant correction, conversations become enjoyable instead of exhausting. You're more present and your words come with less effort.
Plus, this method makes learning more fun and less stressful. You're allowed to be human, to make mistakes, and to grow. You're not afraid of being wrong. You're focused on learning and getting better. That positive attitude fuels faster progress and keeps you motivated.
It also prepares you for real-life situations. Most conversations don't wait for you to organize your thoughts perfectly. They move quickly. This technique helps you keep up, stay relaxed, and actually enjoy using your English in spontaneous, natural ways.
With time, you'll notice that your vocabulary starts to grow naturally. Because you're speaking more, you become more aware of what words you're missing, and that helps you learn faster and more intentionally, based on real needs, not just memorizing random lists.
And maybe the most beautiful part, you'll finally feel like yourself in English. No more hiding behind silence or fear. You'll speak with your own personality, your own style, and your own voice. That's fluency, not perfection, but real, confident, comfortable expression.
First, choose a simple topic, something familiar like your daily routine, your weekend plans, or your favorite movie. Don't try to be perfect. Just focus on speaking out loud for 1 or 2 minutes using only the words and structures you already know.
Next, record yourself. This step might feel uncomfortable, but it's incredibly helpful. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. After you finish, listen to your recording and ask yourself, did I communicate the message? That's the goal, not perfection.
Then, identify 1 or 2 parts you want to improve. Maybe you missed a verb tense, or there's a better word you could use. Think about how you'd say it again, and then try to repeat the same idea in a clearer or more natural way. Just one small improvement each time.
After that, speak again. Repeat the exercise using your improved version, still focusing on fluency over perfection. You'll notice how much more confident you sound. That repetition helps your brain learn patterns and makes your speaking feel more automatic.
You can also use a mirror if you prefer not to record. Look at yourself and speak for a full minute without stopping. Try to keep the rhythm going. Even if you don't know exactly what to say, keep talking. Describe, explain, or imagine. That momentum is powerful.
Once you're more comfortable, challenge yourself to speak spontaneously. Set a timer for 60 seconds, choose a random topic, and go. No preparation, no writing, just speaking. This trains your brain to handle real conversation moments with more ease.
Another powerful step is to reflect weekly. At the end of the week, think about what topics were easiest to talk about and which ones felt more difficult. That reflection will show you where you're growing and where you can focus more in your next sessions.
And finally, celebrate your progress. Don't wait to feel fluent to be proud. If you spoke more this week than last week, that's growth. If your sentences felt smoother, that's success. Recognizing those wins keeps you motivated and ready for more.
One of the biggest mistakes learners make is trying to sound perfect from the beginning. This puts a huge amount of pressure on your brain and usually leads to silence or frustration. Remember, the goal is to communicate, not to deliver a textbook sentence every time.
Another mistake is stopping too early. Some learners try the technique once or twice, feel awkward, and give up. But that discomfort is part of the process. Fluency doesn't happen in a day. You have to stick with it and trust that the messy stage is where real growth happens.
A third mistake is speaking too quietly or only in your head. Silent practice feels safe, but it doesn't build fluency the same way. You need to actually use your voice. Speaking out loud trains your muscles, your memory, and your rhythm. That's what builds real speaking skills.
Many learners also get stuck on small grammar errors. They interrupt their flow just to correct a tense or article. But fluency is about continuing the message, not pausing to fix every detail. You can correct things later. First, let the words come out naturally.
Comparing yourself to others is another trap. You might hear someone speak better than you and feel discouraged. But your journey is unique. Focus on your progress, not someone else's level. Every speaker started where you are, and your improvement matters more than any comparison.
Another mistake is skipping the reflection step. Speaking is great, but reviewing what you said helps you improve faster. It shows you what's working and what needs attention. Without reflection, you repeat the same habits. With it, you move forward with purpose.
Some people also try to practice with topics that are too complex at first. This can be overwhelming and kill your motivation. Start small. Everyday situations, daily routines, simple opinions. That's where you build confidence. You grow faster when you keep it simple and consistent.
And finally, don't practice alone forever. This technique works best when you eventually use it in real conversations. Speaking to yourself builds fluency, but using it with others brings it to life. Even short chats can boost your confidence and sharpen your skills in amazing ways.
Here's a simple challenge for you. Pick one topic today. Just one. It can be something easy like what you had for breakfast, what you plan to do tomorrow, or your favorite movie. Set a timer for 60 seconds and speak about it without stopping, even if it's messy or imperfect.
After you finish, take a short break and then listen to what you said. Don't judge yourself. Instead, ask, "Did I express the idea? Could someone understand me?" Then try saying it again, just once, using what you learned. One small adjustment can lead to a huge difference.
Try doing this every day for 7 days. It's just 1 minute of speaking followed by 1 minute of reflection and one repeat. That's it. If you stay consistent for just 1 week, you'll be amazed at how much easier it feels to speak and how much more natural your words begin to sound.
If you want to make it even more fun, create a list of 7 random topics, one for each day. You can use a notebook, a phone app, or sticky notes on your desk. The idea is to keep it fresh, keep it light, and most importantly, keep it going. Fluency grows with repetition.
And here's a bonus idea. Invite a friend to do this challenge with you. Send each other your recordings or voice notes. Even better, meet on a video call and speak for 1 minute each. You'll feel more motivated, and it'll turn practice into something social and encouraging.
If you're practicing alone, speak in front of a mirror. Smile at yourself. Use your hands. Show expression. The more you feel like you're having a real conversation, the more confident you'll become. And that confidence is what turns practice into real-world fluency.
Keep this mindset. Done is better than perfect. Every time you complete one of these 1-minute practices, you're winning. You're breaking through fear, building flow, and moving forward. That consistency is more valuable than any grammar book or vocabulary list.
And if you're still wondering whether this small challenge can truly make a difference, try it and see for yourself. You'll be surprised by how much progress you can make in just 1 week. It all starts with 1 minute, one topic, one voice, your voice. Let's go.
Today we explored a powerful way to break through mental blocks and finally start speaking English with more freedom. We showed how fluency doesn't begin with perfection. It begins with movement, with speaking out loud, and letting go of fear. That's how real progress starts.
You also learned a clear, step-by-step method to practice every day. With just 1 minute, one topic, and your own voice, you can build fluency little by little. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent and courageous with your words and thoughts.
We also talked about the most common mistakes that hold learners back, like aiming for perfection, avoiding voice practice, or giving up too soon. These mistakes are normal, but now you know how to avoid them and turn your practice into something that actually works.
And let's not forget the simple challenge we gave you. It's something anyone can do. No excuses. Just a few minutes a day, speaking from your heart, trusting the process, and enjoying every small improvement. That's how fluency becomes part of your daily life.
So now we want to hear from you. What was the most helpful part of this episode? Have you ever tried speaking this way before? Leave a comment below and tell us how you plan to use this technique. Your story might inspire someone else to keep going, too.
And hey, if you made it all the way to this part of the video, we know you're serious about becoming fluent. So let's do something fun. Write the word speaking in the comments to show us you're committed and ready to break your mental blocks for good.
If you enjoyed this conversation and want more episodes like this to support your fluency journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Every week, we bring you new ways to practice and grow with confidence, one conversation at a time.
Thanks so much for joining us today. You've already taken a powerful step just by being here and listening all the way through. Keep showing up, keep speaking, and remember, your English doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. See you in the next episode.